Hello, friends, loved ones, and awesome, wonderful pigs and piglets, the fellow pig milker army listeners of this wonderful podcast, the Cummcast. Welcome to another episode, everybody. This week's beer of the week is the Easy Chair Amber Ale. 2 Amber Ales in a row, I think. So Easy Chair Amber Ale by Upland Brewing Co. This beer has an ABV of 5.25%. This beer is all about balance. The nutty, toasty, light caramel malt flavors are evenly matched with the low yet perceptible English hop character. This beer is one of my all-time favorite beers from Upland Brewing Co. I'm not sure how many locations Upland Brewing Co. has. I know they have several in the state of Indiana. But this is one of my favorite beers because the name Easy Chair literally means you get home from a long day of work, you sit down in your recliner or on your couch or somewhere in your house, and you have just a couple cold ones, and this is the quintessential beer. If you don't like red ale, this tastes nothing like the red ales you've had before. Or have ever experienced. That is why it's one of my favorite beers.
There's drinking beer and then there's sipping beer.
Yeah, this beer is a drinker. So Upland Brewing Co. mostly is in the state of Indiana. So if you are around one of those, and I'm sorry to say this is a seasonal beer, so you can only have it around the fall time. But when that time occurs and you see Easy Chair in the liquor store or at the brewery, please, by all means, get it and take a growler home with you, because you will want this beer after a long, hard day at work just to unwind. Go get Easy Chair from Upland Brewing Co. today. One of my favorites. Now let's enjoy this catchy music and start the episode.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cummcast. I am Ryan, your fucking host, and joining me is the lean, mean, cum-sucking machine, Cody.
He's the fucking host that does not fuck.
Okay.
Do you say cum-sucking machine?
Yes. Your new title. Gosh. You're not beer bitch anymore. You're not bitch boy. You're not titty milk. You're the cum-sucking machine.
The cum-sucking machine.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. And, I need one of those extra large cool straws like you get with a slushie.
Yeah. Funnel.
Yeah.
We use stainless steel straws in this bitch because we're protecting the environment.
No, give me one of those. Give me one of those anti-environmental 1993 bendy straws that you also wear as glasses. Give me one of those. Like all the plastic that, can make up like 4 water bottles makes up this straw.
We're just cutting off like an inch wide PVC pipe, and that's what you're using.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That because
with a funnel.
When you are drinking cum by the gallon, the most mouth circumference is,
it's like an extra strong milkshake.
Yeah, the most mouth circumference is what's going to get you home. Yeah. So you need all that mouth to enjoy that good old semen.
Yeah.
This is fucking weird already. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming, and we are coming to... I should not have. I paused at
Thanks for listening, everybody.
I paused at the wrong time there. Thank you for listening, everybody. Episode 64. So happy to be here. Another week in the books. Another week alive.
Another week still in the fucking shit.
Yeah, another week still in miniature Vietnam, but not really.
I was gonna say it's like Vietnam, but it's really not.
It's
white people Vietnam.
So no, not even that. It's everybody Vietnam. But so you got real Vietnam, and you weren't cool unless you've been in the shit. And now
it's 2020 Vietnam.
Yeah, this is like 2020 Vietnam. So it's like we're in the shit, but we're dealing with like different issues,
right?
And
It's emotional Vietnam.
It's millennial. It's Generation Vietnam.
There you go, millennial Vietnam.
It's Generation Vietnam.
I do feel like the world has gotten a lot more bitchier. Like,
it's Generation Vietnam.
Like, we were hard motherfuckers back then, and now we just keep getting soft. It's like, if I freak out if I don't have air conditioning.
Yeah. I mean, they were dealing with like AIDS and like
you were getting
heroin
fucking
and
malaria.
Soldiers were getting malaria, AIDS, and heroin addictions, and opium addictions. So I don't know. It is a different. I mean, obviously, with the advancements of technology and the advancements of culture, and also the wider spread of culture.
Like, we even got more bitchier on drugs, like pussy wise, because like it was like cocaine and opium, like you said back then. Now it's just pot. That's it.
Heroin's stronger than opium.
Pot and vapes.
Well, heroin's stronger. I mean, heroin's really bad too, and meth. So I don't know what you're trying to say.
But like, everybody did cocaine back in the day. Now everybody's like,
I don't think it's worse.
Where you got your vape, bro?
I don't think it's worse drug wise. But like back then, if you like had a leg infection, it was either see if you live or cut it off.
Yeah. And
a lot of people don't have legs now. But this is Generation
Vietnam. Usually,
if
you don't have legs now, it's because you got diabetes.
This is Generation V for Vietnam. No, it's nothing like Vietnam. So Vietnam veterans, it's nothing like Vietnam.
I always wondered that. Like, everybody's like, I'm Generation Y, I'm Generation Z. Where do you go after Z? What happens after Z?
Q.
No.
W. Generation W.
It'll be like, I'm Generation double Z.
Double Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some big boobies.
Jesus. This is a weird podcast already. We're talking about cum and Vietnam and generations.
We're just talking.
Yeah, we are talking. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in again. Before we get started here, I have a little bit of a shout out to do.
Another one.
I always have shout outs to do. So I do have a shout out to do actually. This up and coming comedian, local guy here in Indiana. He's a young gun. He is extremely funny. His name is Trent Mabry. So Trent Mabry is a local comedian around Indianapolis. He's traveled all over the state. I think other states too. He's just a young kid. He is extremely fucking funny. He's coming up in the world of comedy. Now, Trent Mabry has just started a podcast, so go and check this out today. He has one episode so far, but more to come, rest assured. He is Cummcast approved, and we still need to get that trademarked because it is not official until we make it official.
What?
So,
the Cummcast?
Cummcast approved, yeah. So, go check out...
You can't get the Cummcast approved trademark. You just get the Cummcast trademarked.
Okay, we get that. So, go check out Trent Mabry. I have been with him on quite a few open mics around Indianapolis and other places. He's a very funny guy. So his podcast is named There You Go. And basically, people email. It's advicebytrent@gmail.com. You email that. Ask advice from Trent. And he will answer all the advice questions on his podcast. So go check out the podcast. There you go. It is wherever you can find podcasts, you can find this podcast. So go check out There You Go by Trent Mabry. Very funny guy. And I promise him I'll give him a shout out because I love helping people that want to do something cool. I mean, this podcast is awesome. And I mean, if people promised us that, hey, man, we got, we're successful. I told him, I was like, hey, Trent, we're not successful by any fucking means.
No,
I was
we're
like,
not.
We are not popular by any means. But I was like, I feel like any little bit helps. And he's like, yeah, man, of course. So I told him I'd give him a shout out, help him out a little bit, if at all. I mean, if not, just go check it out, guys. The one episode I listened to is about 20 minutes long, and he actually did a really good job for his first podcast, and he's doing it solo, which is super hard.
Yeah.
But Trent's a funny guy, and so go check that out, everybody. It's called There You Go, and we'll put the link in the bio of this episode, and I'll probably give him another shout out on the next couple episodes after this, just to give him a little bit of headway here. Just give them a little bit of head start, because I wish somebody did that for us, and like somebody that had like a cool podcast, but we don't really know anybody that's got like super...
Our podcast still isn't cool.
Yeah, we don't know anybody that's really got like super, super popular podcasts. But I told him, I was like, man, we are not fucking famous.
No.
I was like, we are not like successful. I was like, but we do get listeners, and we do have fun, and we do entertain people. So just let me give you a shout out. So please go check that out, guys. All of the link will be in the description of this episode, and for some future episodes to come, every so often I'll just throw a shout out to him. So go check it out. Trent Mabry. There you go. advicebytrent@gmail.com. Go check that out, everybody.
Hell of a fucking plug.
Well, I've never gave a plug before, so...
Man, bullshit.
Okay.
You do it all the time. So if you go back and listen to, like, I don't know, 2 through 50. I bet his first episode was way better than our first episode, because it was just me, and it was terrible.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was actually thinking, I was like, man... That episode's way better than ours.
You haven't been doing it here recently, but if you go back and listen to like 2 through 50, Cody's just like, fucking shout out mayonnaise, shout out mustard, ketchup, bitch, shout out.
Yeah.
He fucking shouted out everything.
I was excited.
Shout out to green t-shirts.
But no, I've been with him to a few open mics, and I just hit him up. I'm like, hey man, you been all right? How's it going? And I was like, hey, let me just give you a shout out. And it is entertaining. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And his podcast for the first episode was very entertaining, and he's going to be doing it once a week. So please go check that out. But I wanted this shout out to be a little bit professional, but I want to drag it out, and I feel like I drag it out.
Yeah, you're dragging it out right now.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up. You did it.
Okay. So we hope you all... What's going on, you beautiful pigs and piglets? I hope you all had a good week. I hope you all had a wonderful Father's Day. Love the dads.
Okay. That's weird.
love all the older gentlemen. Yeah, and also love your grandpa too. He's a dad also. He's seen some... Old people have seen some shit. Speaking about Vietnam, I work with a gentleman
who was in Vietnam?
Yes, I work with a gentleman who was in Vietnam.
So he's 80 years old.
I think he's in his 70s. He doesn't look like it, though. He does not look like it, though. That's the thing, though.
Dude needs to retire.
When we're talking about people back then were like fucking hard as shit. That's because this guy's in his 70s and he still goes to the gym and works out. And works full time and overtime and all this.
We say they're hard as shit because they are hard as shit.
Like, they're hard fucking people. You had to be. If you wanted to take on, so like World War II, if you wanted to take on Hitler and the Germans, so these people were like in their 20s and late teens going into World War II. They're scrawny, not really muscular, but they were hard motherfuckers.
No. That's not World War II. World War II and Vietnam are two totally
I know.
wars.
I said, but take World War II.
World War II. Those people are dead. Unless you're 98, you're dead.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But either way, but still, they were like scrawny, like farm boys, and they
5'4"
hard like 5'4", no facial hair, hard motherfuckers. And then same thing for Vietnam, because when was Vietnam, in the 60s? 60s?
No, that's World War II. World War II
no,
was like...
Ryan,
World War II was like 64.
Ryan, World War II ended in 1946.
Oh, same thing. 64, 46, 20 years. Vietnam was in the 70s.
I think Vietnam was in the 60s.
Okay.
Vietnam began November 1955 and ended April 30th, 1975. So 20 years.
20 fucking years? It was that long?
Vietnam War. 20 years long. So...
I think when they were in the shit, like Saigon, I think that was... Wait, Saigon? Is that Vietnam?
The war was a conflict in Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia.
Yeah.
And that was it. So Saigon is in Vietnam.
Okay.
But no, like you had to be fucking hard. You were like 5'4", you weighed like 140 pounds, but you like seen shit that nobody has ever seen ever before, and you had to fucking deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
You literally had to deal with it. Like Forrest Gump. I know it's not a real character, but that dude's seen some shit too. Like Tom Hanks, like he lived like Forrest Gump lived a life.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
He was when he was a kid. He
was Forrest Gump when he was a kid.
Where's Forrest Gump? Run, Forrest, run.
Mama says in my magic shoes.
Yeah, they're magic
Mama
shoes.
says my magic shoes. It's like
they take me anywhere.
It's like the Nike Air Max classics that people wear nowadays. Like you dress your 14-year-old middle school kid in.
Yeah.
Like the Nike Air Max classics. That's what he was fucking wearing.
No, that's not at all.
Yeah.
They were like leather fucking, I don't even know. They were like rawhide shit with fucking wooden blocks on them.
Yeah, back in the day, it was part like rubber boot, and the bottom half was wood.
Yeah.
And in the summertime, the wood swelled up, so your foot was twice as big.
Their shoes weighed 2 pounds. Now you can get a pair of shoes that weigh 6 ounces total. It's ridiculous.
I think less than that. I think a pair of my running shoes are like 5 something.
I don't know. Like if I put my running shoes to like work boots, they're completely 2 different worlds. Like I trip over myself all the time in my work boots because they weigh probably, I don't even know, a pound a piece, maybe even more. They're fucking heavy. But
yep,
old Forrest Gump.
Yeah. So World War II was from 1939 to 1945. So, you're wrong.
Well, okay, I got my dates.
Well, I mean, shit, backwards. They gotta have some kind of grace period before they go into a 20-year-long war. But see, the Vietnam War, the U.S. was not involved in until later on. We weren't there for 20 years.
That's what I mean, because whenever we got in it, it was like CCR and shit.
Yeah. Well, that was also back when... they didn't have... Like, they had the draft and everybody had to sign up, but... It was like, the draft's still a thing because as long as you're 18, you can sign up for the draft. Now, if shit hits the fan and we have another World War II or another Vietnam.
It'll be World War III, idiot. We've already had
okay,
World War
well,
II.
if we have another one, like if we have another war that big, then it's like you're fucking going.
The way things
I don't care if you got diabetes and one leg, we're gonna get something out of you.
No.
Like you can drive a Jeep with one leg. Like
no, well, I guess you can.
You can deliver grenades on a one-legged bicycle. Something.
No, if we have another war, it'll be Civil War II. It'll be amongst us right now. The way shit's looking right now, it'll be Civil War II.
Yeah.
It's not good. We're gonna be fighting with him, but we had shit with North Korea, and that fat piece of shit died. Maybe.
He's not dead.
He's fucking dead.
He is not fucking dead.
He went under the knife, and they opened him up, and he was full of fucking Twinkies and ham hocks, and then they were just like, this dude's gonna die, because we can't get through all this shit.
Yeah, like his lower intestines turned into a link of sausages. Yeah. That's literally what it was.
His intestines were sausages. His gallbladder was a fucking, I don't even know.
There's no death. Kim Jong-un is not fucking dead.
Like they're gonna fucking report it. They told everybody. They told people he didn't shit. All right, like
They didn't tell people he didn't poop.
They told people he did not poop. He burned his energy. Like he was working so hard that he burned it up, and it was like
into what? His fat cells?
No, they told him he didn't poop because pooping's gross. They were just like, he's so powerful, he doesn't shit.
He's so powerful. Kim Jong-un's so powerful, he doesn't shit. I guess.
Like, does he have a butthole?
Does he poop out of his mouth like that episode of South Park?
No, his body burns all the shit.
Oh, he burns. He's just a fucking athlete. Yeah. And he burns so many calories just sitting there that he doesn't have to fucking do anything.
If that was true, he'd look like a fucking Ethiopian fucking sprinter.
No, he would. Yeah, he would look as skinny as Usain Bolt. And could fucking run a mile in.
If he burned his energy.
What is it, 100 yard? I think he ran like a 100-yard dash in, what was it, like 9 seconds?
I don't know.
So if he could run a fucking 100-yard dash in like 9 seconds.
But his fucking favorite food was ramen and KFC, so he looked like that.
Yeah. I mean, when your heart turns into a honey bun, then you got fucking problems. But, you can only burn 3,000 calories a day if you only eat honey buns. So just keep in mind that people, that is the health advice for the day from me. Mm-hmm. If you only eat honey buns, you will burn 3,000 calories a day. You'll never have to eat anything else.
Well, that's
okay. I'm fucking kidding. And if you literally take that advice as practical, you're dumb. So please do not take that as practical advice. That is fucking stupid. Anybody who eats honey buns will die in the next 5 years.
Go eat Tide Pods because it tastes like gummy bears.
No, it doesn't.
I know.
It's like a gusher, dude. Not to be confused with fucking gummy bears.
Well, that's like I know people at work. That's like what they eat is Lunchables. And I was like, what are you, fucking 12 years old? And they're like, I don't know. That's just what I eat. It's simple. It's easy. It's in a box. And I was like, all right. Do you eat like anything else? And it's like maybe a ham sandwich. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, those are the people that are gonna keep this country fat. Yeah, that our death tolls. See, the only thing Americans are dying from is heart disease and diabetes, which comes from Lunchables and ham sandwiches.
Yep.
So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's not going to change anybody. I mean, we have such things as deep fried vegetables in America, so we're good. We have,
as long as jalapeno poppers don't go away, I'm good.
Our Armageddon is not a meteor. Our Armageddon is chili cheese fries. Yeah, which is fine. That's fine.
I'm cool with.
I would rather everybody die from chili cheese fries because at least you're happy. Than a fucking meteor that Bruce Willis can't even save us from now.
I don't even know what fried vegetables have. I'm cool with like jalapeno poppers. Fried okra's good.
Fried vegetables. So
fried green tomatoes.
The only vegetables that are at a fair are fried vegetables. So they take broccoli, cauliflower, carrots,
corn on the cob, sir,
Brussels sprouts, and they put them in batter, and then they deep fry them in some kind of vegetable oil. And
I've never seen fried Brussels sprouts.
It's fried vegetables. You get a platter of fucking fried broccoli and cauliflower and like Brussels sprouts and shit. Yeah, I swear.
Covered in nacho cheese. Ooh, I seen something today. They did somebody on Facebook did a nacho table. They took their whole entire dining table, wrapped it in foil, and bought bags and bags of chips and made like 10 pounds of hamburger meat and fucking put all like the sour cream and all the salsa and all that shit. And then took a bunch of fucking cheese whiz and fucking queso.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Put it in a pot, and they made a nacho table.
That's the problem.
And I was like, I don't want to do that.
No. That's the entire problem. But no, Kim Jong-un is not fucking dead. He's alive.
Like they would tell you, though.
Who's gonna ride his expensive Russian horses? Nobody.
His lesser, skinnier, more attractive sister.
Do you think his sister's attractive?
More attractive than he is.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure they fucking look alike.
No, they don't. She's actually a normal looking person.
I don't think so. I really don't think that Kim Jong-un and his sister differ that much.
I think they do. See, that's her.
What is it? Kim Yo-jong?
Kim Yo-jong. That's her. Pretty hot, right?
No. Not at all.
Okay, they're better than a fucking panda bear.
She looks like she would stab you in your sleep. She looks like the Asian lady. Okay, this is a Chinese lady, I'm pretty sure, but she an actress. She looks like the lady off of.
Look at them side by side.
She looks like the lady actress off of every Rush Hour movie. She just stabs Chris
the bitch
Tucker.
That throws knives.
Yeah, she just stabs Chris Tucker like in every movie.
Yeah.
That's what she fucking looks like. She looks like she would murder you. She looks like she has a butcher knife under her pillow or some kind of pair of scissors in her bosom that she keeps, and whenever somebody looks at her wrong, she stabs her fucking eyes out.
I remember that because Chris Tucker, she throws a sword and it goes past his head and he's like, "What's she doing? Crazy bitch!"
Yeah,
throw fucking knives and shit.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un's sister, and she's probably listening to us right now through the government,
bullshit,
through the satellites, through the earphones, whatever.
She ain't fucking listening to this.
Either way, yeah, she would not. No, not at all. No, she would murder any man that fucking looks at her. I guarantee she does not have a husband. She has victims. That's what she has. She has victims.
So did Jeffrey Dahmer, and he cut their dicks off. So.
Yeah. But Jeffrey Dahmer also had a boyfriend at one time. So
yeah, for a brief period until he fucking made him to zombie
yeah, she had.
soup.
I guarantee Kim Jong Un's sister had a boyfriend like in grade school, and then her brother didn't beat him up. He fucking shot him in the face with a water gun that somehow shoots bullets.
A fucking battery acid.
Yeah, he put fucking acid in a squirt gun, and he's just like ha 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 ha. That's the only fucking sound Kim Jong Un makes. Ha ha. That's it.
Not anymore because he's dead.
He's not fucking dead.
And when he fucking died, he just let out the biggest, gnarliest fart.
No. What he did was the doctor, so he went in for surgery. The doctor accidentally killed him, and then he woke back up.
No, he killed himself.
No, he didn't.
With food.
So what did he go to the surgery for?
Heart surgery.
Heart surgery?
He had heart surgery before, and it was still fucking with him, I guess.
Does he have a heart attack or something?
No, he didn't have a heart attack. He was just going under heart surgery because it's fucking full of fat.
It's full of cholesterol.
And, like...
His arteries are harder than fucking trigonometry.
But have you noticed that everybody in that entire country is skinny? You know why? Because he eats all their shit. Okay?
Yeah, bro.
He's eating for six.
They live on dirt floors, and he is living in a palace eating, like, all their udon.
He's a fucking bad guy. And now he's dead. But
do
you think they would tell you?
Correction, I think udon is Japanese.
But the only way that we can get information out of the country, out of North Korea, is from spies from Vietnam or South Korea. And that's where we get our information from, is spies in the country. And that's it. So they say he went under the knife, and then now he died, or they haven't seen him since.
What do you think Kim Jong-un's favorite bullet is in his gun?
A golden one.
Little Smokies?
Yeah.
He shoots little Smokies. You know the marshmallow guns you get as a kid that's made out of like little PVC pipe? He shoots little Smokies to kill somebody.
I feel like he just stays naked or like in a diaper in his house, in his palace or whatever.
Oh, 100%. He rides... It's like the scene...
Only gets dressed to come outside.
It's like the scene in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Dick Van Dyke when they're in Bulgaria and the king is riding that giant fucking riding horse. No. Like that. Kim Jong-un has one of those.
Like he always wears black too because black is slimming. You ain't seen a motherfucker in white.
No, not at all. No, you can't. No, you can't be that fat. And he looks like a Korean Mr. Potato Head. Like he looks like the quintessential Mr. Potato Head body. I've only known one other person like that. And, well, I lied. I know I see a lot of people like this. But do I know them? No. I knew somebody like that, and they made me mad one time, and I told them they looked like a potato with fucking sticks for legs. It's not their fault, but then again, also it is.
It's not their fault.
But then again, also it is. So, I know, so you can't help that you look like a bag of fucking pudding. You can't help that your body looks like a bag of pudding.
A bag of pudding with pretzels.
Yeah, for pretzel
sticks for legs.
Yeah. You can't help that your body looks like a bag of fucking pudding with pretzel rods for legs and arms, but you can't help that bag of pudding is not so much. You don't have like add near as much pudding in your bag.
What kind of pudding? Butterscotch, bitch!
Fucking butterscotch is so gross.
Butterscotch pudding's delicious.
No, it's not.
Anything butterscotch. Even them like the little squares of butterscotch. Oh, shut the fuck up. That's caramels.
Ryan's body is 3 parts water, 1 part butterscotch.
Butterscotch, yep.
Yeah, that's
is
literally what you are.
It is.
That's why when he sweats, it smells like onions.
Yep.
And butterscotch onions.
When you burp, it smells like fucking shit. So suck my dick.
Because I eat shit, man. It's the breakfast of fucking champions. Where do you get your breakfast from, huh? I get it out back from the fucking yard.
I get it from the store.
I leave the shit. I don't pick up my dog's shit in my apartment complex because I like it. The next day, I like day old shit for breakfast.
I like day old shit. My dog's shit. And now I got worms.
Yep. No, so what's been going on with me this week? I have not.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and talk about your fucking self then. Bitch.
I have not. Well, it's going on. This is what's going on with me. Okay. Anyway, So I
did not
have not been able
with that
to.
woman.
I do what?
I said I did not have sex relations with that woman.
Why is everything about sex with you? So
well, it's not.
I haven't
talked about porn in a long time, so.
Fuck, well, don't start now.
Okay.
So I have not been able to get rid of my fucking couch. It has sat outside.
Oh, yeah.
It has sat outside my apartment for over a week. I put free couch and beer. They took the beer, but those selfish bitches didn't take the couch.
I wonder why. Because it weighs a metric fucking ton.
It's half the fucking deal. Like, you gotta, if you take the beer, it was 2 6-packs of beer. And it lasted like 3 hours. I'm surprised it lasted 3 hours. Somebody tried to take the couch, and it was so fucking heavy that they couldn't move it, and they left the beer. They said, fuck that.
Yeah.
So I repositioned the couch and the beer, and then like 3 hours later, the beer was gone. The couch was still there, and it's been there ever since. And I cannot figure out a way to get rid of it. I can't throw it in the dumpster because, one, they won't take it, and because they don't.
No shit, because
they don't
just
dispose
like,
of
hey,
furniture.
let's drop this 200-pound couch in this dumpster.
Yeah. So they don't.
You know what you need to have?
Well,
fire.
I'd also like to dispose of it properly
with a fire.
Yeah, probably burn it. Probably burn it, to be honest with you. But if I can dispose of it properly somewhere in my area, I'll
let's give it to
that.
Antifa. They need something to sit on when they're on riots and shit.
What's Antifa?
A riot group.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, it's no good. Did you see they're having a flag burning in Pennsylvania or something like that?
Well, you also have the Bubba Wallace, or is it Bubba Wallace? Yeah, Bubba Wallace.
I don't like Antifa.
The NASCAR driver. Did you hear about that this week?
No.
So Bubba Wallace, I need to. Yeah, okay. Let me figure out how to spell his name. So Bubba Wallace is
just regular.
Bubba Wallace is the only African American NASCAR driver in the circuit right now, and before a race last,
it doesn't look like it. He just looks really tan.
Yeah, well, so for the before a race the other day this week, they found a noose hanging in his the race. It's not like a locker room. It's like the staging area for racers. Everybody has a spot. They found the noose hanging in his spot. And nobody figured out what it was because it's a very secure spot, only reserved for racers. So
nobody knew how it got there.
Yeah, so they're trying to figure out. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything.
Well, they have to have cameras, so I guarantee they know who did it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything else on who it was, but I know that it was a huge uproar and people stopped everything to support
the hate crime,
to support him. And a lot of all the NASCAR fans in the stadium, supported that it was wrong.
Well, yeah, it's fucking wrong.
Yeah, it's
he's your people.
Yeah, it's a fucking it is a hate crime, and you do it. It had to be an inside job because there's no way somebody could just sneak in.
No, it had to be somebody on the crew.
Yeah, so I've never ever heard of anything like. I mean, besides what do you say? A flag burning? What kind of an American flag?
Yeah, an American flag. They're having a flag burning. Antifa is, and Antifa is one of they're the biggest. Whenever you have the peaceful protest, right? Well, then you have rioters. Antifa is the rioters.
Is Antifa the anarchists? Is that why they're burning flags?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you guys something. So anarchists are not the people that are peacefully protesting. Anarchists are the ones that are going into businesses and looting all your shit.
Yeah.
And looting the city's shit. So, I remember
one of them got justice one time when they were protesting, last year or something, whenever they had the Antifa stuff going on, last year or 2018 or something like that. I think another black man got murdered. Maybe it was the one where that security guard killed him and then won his case and then sold the gun that killed him.
But, no, you're talking about
I forget his name.
That was in Flint, Michigan.
Anyway, they had
Flint, Michigan?
I don't know. They had an Antifa thing going on, and Antifa is, they're an organization, but they're not the good ones. They're the ones that do fights and do the riots and just steal your shit and stuff. but I remember one of them posted gonna go break some skulls or something, and she was a member of Antifa, and then somebody was making a video of it, and like they were doing like a fight, and then they just got the shit knocked out of them, and it was like the same person who posted it, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of justice. Because when you just go out to cause trouble like that, it's not good for fucking anybody. Why would you want to do that? I mean, it's ridiculous. But I don't support the flag burning either. I think it's just a bad idea. I know people are just like kneeling on the national anthem, and that's
your opinion.
I don't really agree with it, but you can do whatever you want. I mean, but the flag burning is not good. I mean, you're in America, so why would you burn the American flag? That's why it doesn't make sense. But
it's so the reason why. So that's why it's confusing to the police. Are these the protesters, or especially early on? Now that we know, since it's been going on,
we know now that there are peaceful protesters, but also that the Antifa and rioters come in mixed in with them,
right?
And then it starts to get
so these anarchists do not support any form of government or anything, so they'll burn down whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And also, people are, and in some cases it's not anarchists or Antifa, and it's just protesters, but people are angry. This is a fucking angry time. This is a time of frustration and anger and rage and people being fed up with what's happening and what's been happening and what has always happened. So it's understandable that we are Midwestern white men, and we have no idea what it's like to be oppressed like this and discriminated against. So I am just giving my aspect of it, but people are angry, and sometimes
we may be white, but we know right from fucking wrong.
Yeah, sometimes
we said that before.
People are angry enough that they do, start to cause a little bit of violence because they're angry. People are angry, but most of the time, the people that start the looting and shit like that are not the people that are there to be peaceful. They're the people that are there to actually tear shit up, steal shit, cause harm, cause violence. So I'm for everything peaceful, because this can all be solved peacefully, but with force. And by force, I mean all of us coming together and peacefully not stopping our peaceful protesting and the going about it in a professional, but also showing force as in not physical, showing mental, verbal force that we can change this. We can make this change.
It's true when they say violence never solved anything, and it doesn't. It makes it worse. It makes it worse, but bringing people together is what can make things happen. Petitions, people signing things, putting bills into the government. I did see where Indiana now has a what is it? I forget what they called it, but a civil rights page where if you think that your civilian rights have been violated by whoever, you can fill out the information, and then it'll go to the government or whoever it goes to, and then they'll look into it.
Now, that's a good thing. It should have been done a long time ago.
Right. Every
state should have had this a long time ago. I'm not sure if they have or not. I don't know if it just occurred to Indiana to have it. Not sure. I'm not involved with anything that the state does. I am a normal, average, fucking working American. I have no idea what goes on. I don't even watch the fucking news or politics. So don't get angry at us if we're wrong. We're just trying to display how we feel about it. I feel like with this platform that we have, people listen to us, and we don't want to fill it with bullshit. Yes, we talk shit, and we talk stupid. We say dumb shit on here. We say funny things. We make people laugh. We make each other laugh. But when we have a platform, it's not up to us to be neglectful and not talk about it. because it's really hard not to talk. It's really hard to not bring up
when that's all that's going on.
Right. And also, we can't abuse it by talking about stupid shit. Because we do know what's the difference between right and wrong, and we do know what's right, and we're just trying to convey that to everyone that listens to this, because we know that you also, if you listen to this podcast, I know you know what's right, and I know that you can do the right thing, and that you I'm sure you probably don't agree with us on 100% of everything, but that's fine. You don't have to, because you're entitled to your opinion. So I just know that we have to talk. It has to be talked about because it is.
It's a fucking issue.
It is.
And if you want to voice your opinions, or if you want to talk about something, or maybe give us something that we can address or put our opinions to, you can email us at thecummcast@gmail.com. We'd appreciate it. It gives us something to talk about. And, if you're something you're interested in, or you want us to voice our opinions, we'll research it and give you some information about what we think about it.
I know we've said this for a fucking year. Don't be afraid. We've had a couple emails. Don't be afraid to email us or
ain't gonna bite you.
And or message the Facebook page or message the Instagram page.
DM one of us or DM the Instagram.
If you want, I don't care if you want a shout out. We'll give out your fucking name, not your full name, but we'll give out your name, and you can ask us a question or give us a topic to talk about. We want to be interesting to you. So if you want us to talk about something,
give us something to talk about.
If you want us to give our insight on a subject, give our insight on this matter, or we can just fucking chuckle, just fucking chuckle about it, have a good time, joke around about a certain subject, and take it somewhere and entertain you guys, by all means, send it in. We're not afraid to take any suggestion from anybody. But I will say, if you send anything that is racist or discriminatory, because I know there's people in this fucking area, in this state, that do think like that.
Probably not listen to this show, though.
Yeah, and if you do listen to this show, don't send anything in, because you will be unfollowed, blocked, whatever, and you can fuck off.
Dick pics only, please.
If you are not for change, and you are not for what's right, in the words of Kevin Hart, fuck you. So, in the words of Kevin Hart posted something on Instagram. And in the words of him, fuck you. If you're not for change and what's right, and what is actually right, not what you think is right, what is actually right, fuck you.
In the words of Ricky Bobby, if you don't chew big red gum, then fuck you.
Yeah. If you don't email this podcast, then that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Keep sitting there and listening to the show. We appreciate the downloads. People love you.
We do. We really do appreciate all the downloads and all the subscribes. And we are so glad that, it takes... When I think about it, it takes a lot. I feel like it takes a lot for me to listen to like one of my podcasts I've listened to some of my podcasts for 5 years. So if you think about it, somebody could easily just stop listening to us just like that, just with 2 clicks. Yeah. 2 clicks, they don't have to listen to us anymore.
I think it'd be 1 click.
Yeah, if you're, okay, we're not gonna argue about it. But so I think, people, you could easily, all of you listeners could easily just not fucking listen to us anymore.
Quit giving them the idea.
I'm not, but I'm saying they've been with us for a year. Some of them have been with us for the entire time we've been podcasting. Some of them have came in the middle. Some of them are just starting. If you're just starting, thank you so much. We hope that you can subscribe and keep downloading and listen to this. I know it's not all, I promise if you just listen to this episode for the first time, it is not serious like this 100% of the time. And it's definitely funnier than this, more. So, please go back. Feel free to download any of the other episodes.
Listen to episode 1.
No. Don't listen to episode 1.
Cody keeps telling me to take it off, but I'm not
Start
going
on
to.
5.
It's the most downloaded episode we have.
Start on 5, guys.
People are just like, episode 1, this show sucks.
It was the worst intro for a podcast we could have. You need to just take it down. But
then we started episode 2.
No, because I told you when we were going to start this, I said, wait until I get there. I'm only down here once a week. I said, wait until I get there. We can record it then. And then you just go ahead and fucking post the shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the fuck didn't you wait? So you need to just delete it because a lot of people started either the first or the last episode. I've talked to many people. They're like, I usually go back to the very first one. I was like, don't do that with mine. No. I was like, don't fucking do that with mine. So you need to just get fucking rid of it. And we're going to start at episode 2.
Maybe we just need to start like episode 10.
Is there a way you can like, no, we're not deleting the fucking first 10.
No, I don't know if I can change the order of it or not.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could like change the order of the numbers. Either way, there's only 64 of them. So it'd probably be easy to
I
do
probably
it
could,
now.
but then I would have to go back through every single, all the way up to 64 and change
Oh, yeah.
the fucking thing.
Nah, I wouldn't worry about that. But,
and plus, when we're talking about it, we're like, welcome to episode 2.
Wait, more than welcome. You're more than welcome to delete episode 1.
And the thing is, because you decided to be like, welcome to episode 65, welcome to episode
here's the thing.
55,
Here's the
then
thing.
they'll all be one off.
Here's the thing. Yeah, we don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't have to do that. But you could easily just delete episode fucking 1.
Yeah.
And, because it's fucking awful.
It's our most downloaded episode.
It's our most downloaded episode because it's the first one, and I told you, people listen to the last one that's on there, and they listen to the first one that's on there.
I'll fucking delete it. Jesus
and they go
Christ.
off of literally, many people told me this. They're like, listen to the first one and the last one.
We need to do
and
that.
I'll decide if I want to like it. And I said, don't listen to the first one. Listen to the fucking second one. So, I think you should just delete the first one. I don't give a fuck if it's got the most downloads. That's because they don't fucking listen after that.
We need to do that. We need to get it to where we can play it on the episode and listen to it ourselves like other people do.
We will
like
I think we should after we've done this for like another year.
Okay.
Then we'll do that.
All right.
But yeah, so yeah, if you're listening to this for the very first time, thank you. And like I said,
And if you've been listening to this from episode shitty motherfucking 1,
yeah,
thank you even more.
Yeah, thank you even more because you guys literally stick
If
with
you
us.
got past the first episode, oh my
But
God.
that's the thing. Now, I understand why people that have had podcasts for 7, 8, 9, 10 years is because, and they're so thankful for their listeners, is because you have stuck around and listened to that fucking podcast for a decade.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. People that have stuck around with us and listened to every single episode, or even if you haven't, but if you stuck with us and you're still listening to us after a year, you could have easily just unsubscribed if you didn't like it. So obviously we're reaching out to people. We're entertaining somebody out there. It might be super small. Like I said, we're not fucking popular at all by any means, but we are popular to some that have been listening to us. And it's good. And the number keeps growing. People come to me almost every week and say, hey, good job. I like the podcast. And I'm like, hey, spread the word, man. I appreciate it. So it's...
Nobody tells me that.
Well, I talk to more people than you do.
Oh, okay.
But, so it's just one of those things. You could easily just unsubscribe to us. It's one click.
Right.
Now, if you really want to do that, I'm glad to have you listen to us for as long as you have. I'm super glad that you supported us. And I wish you all the best if you don't ever want to listen to this again. Or if you want to keep listening or stop for a while and then come back, by all means. We're always going to be here.
Right.
So, love you guys. And that's the episode. So
No, it's not. Let's quit talking about ourselves now.
So,
Jinx, show me a beer.
Jinx, show me a beer. Jinx, show me a beer. Jinx, show me a beer. Jinx, show me a beer.
Fuck your mom, show me a beer.
Show me a beer. I think we owe each other a beer now.
That's all right. There's a case in the fridge.
Nah,
You can have a La Croix. That's what you get.
I'm not drinking a LaCroix.
Why? They're good.
No, they're fucking not.
This first time I had them, I got the berry. They're not bad.
I heard it tastes like shit.
You haven't tried it.
I'm pretty sure I tried one like 2 years ago, and it's like the sparkling seltzer water, but it's not like sweet at all. It tastes like Garbtown.
No, it doesn't. It's not that bad. Put a little pack of stevia in it, bitch.
No, I don't want to drink LaCroix. I don't want to drink that.
Why?
Because I don't fucking want LaCroix.
It's just
okay?
It's just seltzer
It's a
water.
fancy way to say sandal. Like the
Right.
Croc sandals. It's
Whatever.
a fancy way to fucking spell it.
You can try mine when I get mine later.
I'm not drinking it, but I did bring Ryan a 12-pack case of
Oberon,
but by Bell's Brewery in Michigan. because it is summertime and it is seasonal, and that beer is fucking fantastic. So please go get Oberon. I know we reviewed it on here.
Nobody knows about it. Not even the liquor store people. Like I went there and they had like the table set up where you couldn't go in.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Can I get a 6-pack of Oberon, please?" And they're like, "What?" I was like, "Oberon."
Did you have it on like the website or something?
No. I just walked up.
Okay.
And I was like, "Can I have a 6-pack of Oberon, please?" And they were like, "What?" And I was like, "Oberon, it's from Bell's." And they're like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "Oberon."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Is it beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fucking beer." I was like, "It's a yellow box with a big sun on it, yellow and blue box." And they're like, "Oh, the sun. I know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
It's like, I know what you were talking about whenever you said the sun.
It's a really cool and bright, colorful bottle and case, but it's a citrusy.
It's a wheat beer.
Wheat ale. So it's a citrusy wheat ale. It's very fucking
If you like Blue Moon, you'll like this.
Why does everybody compare it to Blue Moon?
Because a lot of people have had Blue Moon.
And I'm just like, hey, it tastes like this is the, if you've never been to if you never drink craft
Shock
beer.
Top.
Yeah, if you never drank craft beer before, and most of the people, well, in Indiana, mostly people is Bud Light and Budweiser and fucking Michelob. So if you're trying to convince somebody to transfer to craft beer, then you basically try to give them the closest beer to a regular shit beer that they drink now. And usually it's like a super light lager or an ale. And that's exactly what you have to tell them. Because it's like, this tastes just like beer. And they're like, what kind of beer? I'm like your shit beer. Like Bud Light or like Budweiser or which one? I was like, they fucking taste the same. They're made by the same goddamn company.
Yep.
I mean, literally, Bud Light and Budweiser are the fucking same. They literally are.
But
they're both made by Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light is, okay, so Bud Light and Budweiser are like banging twins. Mm-hmm. Budweiser is like the one that's a little bit heavier and you gotta like pound in your basement while your parents aren't home. Mm-hmm. Like that's the one you drink in high school. Like that's the one that's the one you hang around with in high school. And the Bud Light one's when you get older, and that's the skinnier twin. It's a little slimmer, it's lighter, and but you might drink too much of it and you might wind up with like gonorrhea or something. So they're made by the same company. It's under the same roof.
I don't know I just tell people if somebody wants to try a wheat beer, which is like a standard like open level shit, is just a step up from regular Bud Light or whatever. It's just a standard wheat beer. And the thing I say is like Blue Moon or it's like Shock Top. And they're like, I haven't had either of those. I was like, well, it's like Bud Light Oranges. Hell yeah, man, that shit's good as fuck. Like, yeah, okay, it's like Bud Light Orange.
It's like trying heroin for the first time. It's like, give me something light, man. Give me something that's, I'll get a good buzz off of, but I won't be addicted forever. Right. It's like trying heroin. No, if you try heroin, you are addicted forever, people, until you decide to come off of it.
Right.
So don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Unless it's the legal kind.
So with all the pandemic and stuff, there is one company in Indiana that had record sales with the pandemic, and they're super happy. It's an Indiana company that sold hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
And they sold 40 years worth in 3 months.
40 years worth of hand sanitizer?
Yeah. In 3 months during the pandemic. I heard that on the radio, and I was like, 40 fucking years worth? That just proves how much hand sanitizer people bought. Like, you're buying like 2 or 3 bottles a piece. And they were just like, there's like one good, they were talking about all the deaths from Indiana. They were like, 40,000 people got the corona in Indiana. 2,300 died. And they're just like, but some good news from one Indiana hand sanitizer company is they sold 40 years worth of hand sanitizer in 3 months. So
that's crazy.
I know. It's ridiculous. Another thing I saw, did you see the new Eminem MGK beef? Yeah, beef.
No, but Eminem's going to win again.
Well, for some reason if nobody knows, of course Eminem the rapper, but Machine Gun Kelly, they had a beef, and I saw it again in Machine Gun Kelly, or not Machine Gun Kelly, but Eminem wrote another song about Machine Gun Kelly, dissing him again. It was fucking, I don't know, I wish they'd quit. They're being ridiculous.
Yeah, Eminem's like 50.
Yeah, he is. I think he's 51.
Really?
Yeah.
I know he is. I'm pretty sure Eminem's like 50 years old. His daughter Haley is like older than us.
Yeah.
I think. I'm looking it up right now. But yeah, I think his daughter Haley's like, Eminem's 47 years old.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, I don't know. Okay, Eminem, one of the greatest rappers to ever live, hands down. I mean, there's no argument. By all means, you can argue it, but there's different levels of rappers. Like Biggie Smalls, Tupac, they were also two of the best that have ever lived. But Eminem, hands down, by what he's been through and what he's done in his life, he's probably the greatest white rapper to ever live.
Yes.
But also one of the greatest rappers to ever live. But you don't need to stoop down. I mean, MGK, he's cool. Like, Machine Gun Kelly, yeah, I like some of his stuff. He's all right. But I don't know. You don't have to stoop down to MGK.
He's like an actor now.
He was in he was in 2 movies.
He's been in like a dozen movies.
Machine Gun Kelly has been in like 2 movies.
No, he's been in 5 major motion pictures. Because I looked it up the other day.
He was in what the fuck? The Dirt. He was in The Dirt.
Which is a great fucking movie.
Yeah, he played Tommy Lee.
He was in The Dirt. He was in Big Time Adolescence, which came out with, I guess he's real good friends with Pete Davidson, which Pete Davidson's in. He was in Big Time Adolescence. He was in Bird Box.
He was the criminal that was in Bird Box for like 30 minutes of the movie, and then they died.
And then he was in The King of Staten Island, which is
the newest
Pete
one that just
Davidson's
came
new
out.
movie, which is pretty fucking good.
He was in Bright.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
That's not on his IMDb.
It says right here. Maybe he just wrote the sound. He wrote the soundtrack.
Yeah, he was in the soundtrack for it. It said Nerve, Punk's Dead, Slick Punk 2, which is probably a B fucking shitty ass movie. Captive State, Viral, The Land, Rent Due, and Midnight in the Switchgrass, which Old Boy's in.
Speaking of that, people, speaking of rent being due, it's almost the end of the month, so pay your fucking rent, everybody.
He worked with Bruce Willis.
Pay your rent money, everybody. The rent is due. You can live in your place for another month if you pay your rent.
Yeah.
So, I've got one here.
We can go ahead and get some news stories if you want.
We already have been.
Oh, okay.
So, Australian police defend decision to fine man who farted with full intent of doing it on the officer. So a man in Australia has been fined.
I can see him. He's just like, I gotta have to give you a ticket, sir. And he was like, are you kidding me? And he just bends over and just fucking
rips. So is that assault with bodily? It's not fluid. Is it gas?
It would be assault, but I don't know what it would be.
Assault with gaseous fucking anal seepage.
I know if you burped on a fucking cop, they would arrest you on fucking sight, you nasty fuck.
If you burped on one?
If you did.
Oh, yeah. Now, I would kill, my burp would kill the officer. It's that bad. So, I would never assault an officer by burping on them. No. But, I would never assault an officer, period. And I have never really been in trouble with the law. So,
if you got pulled over, you'd be like, sir, are you drunk? Nope, not drunk at all.
It's avocado and a kale shake.
Why does it smell like day-old fucking chicken?
So, a man in Australia has been fined 500 euros for farting loudly in the general direction of police officers. And 500 euros is like $700 US. Let's see. So, he farted on the police and they put him in jail. So, let's see. So, the Australian police...
They put him in jail.
Yeah, they put him in jail, I think. Well, maybe not. So the Australian police have been at pains to defend their actions, suggesting that maybe the man didn't just fart at them and that he'd been up to other shenanigans as well.
What's he doing, like the jerk-off motion in their face?
Yeah, but it seems like he did like the Triple H fucking, DTF, no, it's not the DTFU, what is it called? When you just fucking chop both sides of your thighs, like displaying your fucking junk.
I forget they had a name for it.
I can't remember. But anyway, so So let's see, but it seems like a pretty harsh punishment. The Osterich newspaper, I'm gonna fuck those names up.
Ostrich.
I'm gonna fuck those names up. But reported that the fine was okay. So he didn't go to jail. He just got fined. That the fine was issued because the man was offending public decency, and the police said that he'd been acting
the goat around.
Acting the goat. This is Australian lingo, so
he's been acting the goat.
This is not a typo. So he was acting the goat around them long before he broke wind and their patience.
But the only goat I know is from fucking The Waiting, where he pulled down his pants and stuck his nutsack between his legs and bent over.
Maybe he goated this officer. Maybe the officer got the backdrop shot of the nuts.
He was pulling the goat.
But in Australia, they call that the mud flap.
Yeah,
they call it the koala mud flap.
Yeah.
So the police took
his berries.
I love how the police take the Twitter now. So the police said on Twitter, of course, no one is reported for accidentally farting. They said that this dude had been behaving provocatively and uncooperatively. You gotta fart, man. You're kind of fidgeting everywhere. During the police encounter that occurred on, this is a little bit older, so the 5th of June, before the offensive farting. So in accordance with the natural law and order of all humans, who smelt it dealt it. In this case, the police officer dealt it, which is to say, dealt a fine to the offender. Is that what that means? So if you fart on a fucking police officer, they deal you a fucking fine?
I think it was just a catchy thing that they did.
Yeah, probably. So according to further reports from the Australian police, the miscreant arose from a park bench, his odious purpose clearly in mind. After looking directly at officers, then he let go of massive intestinal wind, apparently with full intent. So basically, he was maybe causing. He was being mischievous in a park.
They set him on a park bench, and then they fucking went to get him up. He stood up to walk, and then they farted right on him.
They probably scared the shit out of the poor guy. So, so let's see. So the obviously offended police statement continued by noting that our colleagues don't like to be farted at so much. No, nobody likes to be farted on.
Yeah.
Like nobody does. Ask my girlfriend. She fucking hates it. I fart on her all the time. So she hasn't fined me $500 yet.
I fart in Bo's face all the time. He just like licks the air because he's weird.
You're both fucking gross.
Is that animal cruelty?
So the police force also stated that the man can appeal his fine should he so desire. Let's see. So how?
My bum made noise.
So how he can appeal this, and get off with not paying it. But legit, like, you could, honestly, after the fact, since this is after the fact, he could go to the courthouse and be like, I promise it was an accident, but they wouldn't listen to me. You can literally say fucking anything. And sometimes you just fucking fart, dude. Like, sometimes I was walking down the hallway at work one day, not too long ago, and I just, like, farted kinda, and it made a noise, and I'm just sitting there going, trying to like cover it up with some coughs. I swear this is a true story. And sometimes it just happens. Literally, it just rolled right out. And sometimes
it just rolled right out. If it's anything like your burps, oh my god.
Sometimes
my burps just roll right out.
No, my burps don't roll right out. Honestly, guys, sometimes, I'm sure listeners can, like, vouch for this. Like, sometimes it just fucking happens. And the older you get, dude, what if this was like I doubt it was an older gentleman. But when you get older, man, they just fucking come out and you just gotta deal with it, dude. Like, I remember we were in a restaurant one time a while back with our grandma, and she definitely farted. It was definitely her, and it definitely stunk like old butt. And I tried to make it known to her, and Mom told me not to because she can't help it. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Because once you get a certain age, you don't fucking care if you fart, so it doesn't matter to make it known to you.
No.
So, I honestly, if he did it on purpose, I don't think he should get a $500 fine. Just get, like, a slap on the wrist, or, like, don't fucking fart on people of the law. Like, do it to your girlfriend or your brother or your mom or your dad or something. Do it to, like, somebody like that, but don't do it to, like, somebody that's, like, arrest or like, you know, coming to talk to you about like being mischievous. I don't know. I would be thoroughly mad if I got a $500 fine.
I didn't know if he was just like, he farted and the officer came walking back and they're just like, God damn, what the fuck?
Well, see, then you can't blame him. Like, it's a natural body function. That's what I tell everybody, like, because I do have indigestion sometimes when I eat, and that's why I burp a lot within a few hours after I eat. That is a real thing. So I tell people, I'm like, there's no point in me holding it in because it's so aggressive that I can't really hold it in. It's because sometimes it is. Sometimes it's extremely aggressive and I cannot hold it in. And it's a natural body function. Yes. Is it rude in certain circles? Yes, I do agree. But I also don't fucking care what people think of me. And I'm not going to be a rude ass and burp in somebody's face or fart on them. I'm definitely not going to fart on a cop. Because I will definitely get, you know, beaten down in the street or something. Right. No, probably not. But don't fart on cops.
Right.
If you take one thing from this episode, don't fart on cops.
Keep it inside.
What you do is you try to get real close and you lick them.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Yeah. Because licking a cop a day keeps a doctor away.
Yeah, it's like the Bert Kreischer joke.
It's like one of those.
Bert Kreischer joke. He's like, cops really don't like it when you touch their face.
yeah. Except this is a different variation of it.
Yeah.
I'm not stealing your joke. I'm not stealing Bert Kreischer's joke. So lick a cop. Yeah, it's like one of those. It's like one of those hallucinogenic toads. When you pull up the back of their shirt and you lick right there between their shoulder blades and their butt crack, right there on the that little divot in their back.
Yeah, they really don't like it when you try to mess with their mustaches.
Yeah,
bitchin' mustache, bro. Can I feel it?
Do not pet a cop's mustache. Just lick them.
Yeah,
lick a cop.
What's on your lip?
And I swear, if somebody emails the podcast saying they got arrested for licking a cop, you're dumb. Yeah. Don't lick a cop. It's a joke, people.
We'll definitely give you a shout out because that's dope.
But, yeah, we'll definitely give you a shout out from the county.
But you're gonna pay the price.
Yeah, well, from the county pen, but right. We'll definitely give you a shout out.
All right, let's do a couple more because we're kind of crunched for time right now. Let me see here. So, we have a new record that got broke in Tennessee. So, a Tennessee dog sets the oldest living golden retriever in history. He turned 20 years old.
Jesus.
They usually only live for like 10 or 12 years.
It's a... Golden Retrievers are a large breed dog, so they usually don't live super long lives. I know it's both sides of the spectrum. So dogs that are small and dogs that are really large, they only live, I think their lifespan's like 7 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know, like super tiny breeds, because they have bred them so much, that they have so many issues. And like bone problems, like I know mastiffs, like bulldog mastiffs, they have so many bone problems that they only live like 9 years. So but that's incredible that a golden retriever, because golden retrievers are large breed dogs.
Yeah, it says so. A dog in Tennessee has become known as the oldest living golden retriever in history after celebrating her birthday in April. 20 years old. So the golden retriever named August, or Augie, who lives with her owners in Tennessee, Upland, Tennessee. She was born in 2000, and she was adopted by them when she was 14 from a golden retriever rescue, and she just turned 20 years old, and she still goes on RV trips and all kinds of stuff. She still loves to fetch and play, and here's a couple pictures of her, and you can tell that she is old motherfucker, because her whole face is completely white.
Yeah, is she in diapers yet? Like, some of them, they have to wear fucking diapers.
I don't know, they made her a fucking cake. You might want to get a nice coffin for her picked out, too.
Yeah, if you get old enough, if you're a dog and you get old enough, most of them that get up to that age, like, they just go on the floor. Like, you just can't even do it. Like, they just shit and piss because they can't control their bodily functions.
Right.
She looks like if Dumbledore was a dog.
Right.
And I know is it a girl or a boy?
It's a girl.
Okay.
Augie.
Well, she looks like Dumbledore's wife.
Yep.
Like, that is Dumbledore's wife. Because Dumbledore is dead. Let's be honest.
You got one more?
Yeah, I got a couple more. Which one do you want? Do you want...
a quick one.
Okay, do you want the neo-Nazi, or do you want the lady who
just
coughed on
pick one.
Do you want a lady who coughed on a baby?
No, just pick one.
Okay, so this has been in the news for a little while. So Miss Hitler, a pageant entrant, which, what the fuck kind of pageant is a Miss Hitler? Like the Hitler.
A German one?
Like the fucking Hitler. Miss Hitler. Like...
Does it have the same meaning?
There's only one fucking Hitler. I know that. Nobody, ever since...
It's a fucking right-wing neo-Nazi group who has a pageant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's only one fucking Hitler. Ever since 1945, there's only been one fucking Hitler. Well, you can't even do the mustache anymore. It's kind of
like serial killers, women and serial killers, they all want to be Miss Hitler.
Like, you can't even have the mustache anymore because you can't say...
Yeah, you fucking can't. There's a guy at my fucking work that has his shit on his face.
Seriously?
Looks like a Sharpie marker under his nose.
Well, people are like, it's the Charlie Chaplin. No, it's fucking not. Ever since Hitler, the Charlie Chaplin mustache went out the fucking window. You cannot do it anymore.
He looks like fucking Hitler, too. Like, he's got a bald spot on top of his head.
Well, has anybody fucking said anything to him?
No, but he looks like fucking Hitler.
I
actually think he's Jewish.
If he's Jewish and he has that mustache, he's got his issues, his priorities a little bit fucked.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, number one hated person by Hitler, Jews. Let's not forget, Jewish people don't like fucking Nazis. So
I think they might forgive him now.
I don't fucking think so.
I don't think so either.
I think the concept of genocide is unforgivable.
Definitely.
That is one time that's like when you go and borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbor and they give it to you in their own container and they're like, oh, just keep it. But you feel bad about it. You're like, you give it back. And they have wanted that container back the whole time because they're just like, fuck, I wish I had that container. Why the fuck did I give it back?
All right.
You can't do that.
Do your story.
Okay. So Miss Hitler pageant entrant and her partner were put in jail for belonging to a neo-Nazi group. So a former Miss Hitler pageant entrant...
Which I would think nothing less from a former Miss Hitler.
Yeah. Have been jailed in the UK for belonging to the extreme right-wing neo-Nazi group National Action. What the fuck?
That's like a playground name.
What the fuck? That sounds like
we're here for National Action.
What the fuck kind of group, neo-Nazi group is that? National Action News. It sounds like a fucking newscaster.
I don't know. They come up with the weirdest names.
Yeah.
And their favorite movies are Avengers.
Yeah, their favorite movies are Avengers and
It's not like American History X and shit. It's Avengers.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not even
because American History X, he changes his ways or whatever.
Yeah, we're not against conforming to the mixing pot of America.
But Thanos is like Hitler and he destroys everybody.
Thanos is like my hero because he kills everybody, no matter what color they are.
Okay, bye. I have to polish my bayonet now.
Yeah, I have to go fuck my cousin because we're trying to have a baby.
Yeah.
So I gotta go.
Yeah.
Mom, I just will say hi. I love you, and your sister's daughter is doing really well. We're about to make a baby right now. We're gonna name him after you.
Fucking get with your story.
Okay. So Tuesday okay, this is an older article. So the sentencing comes
all your shit's old.
Because it's still current and funny. So Alice Cutter, oh, that's a great name. 24, and her partner Mark Jones, 25.
Standard name.
Yep, standard name. Were convicted of membership of a terrorist group and a trial in March alongside Gary Jack.
Jesus Christ.
Gary Jack.
And Connor Scothern,
19.
They're just fucking kids.
Yeah. West Midlands Police said in a statement, National Action. You know what? This is probably
That's why the name is called National Action.
Because these are the only fucking members.
They just graduated high school.
It's like the Little Rascals, but Nazis. Literally, that's it. Their fucking dog has a swastika shaved in its side, and his name's not Petey. His name's fucking Gutenhausen or something fucking crazy.
I don't know.
Like Wiener Schnitzel? I don't know. But, so National Action became the first far-right group to be banned under Britain's terror laws in December 2016. Okay, so this is a bigger group then.
Are you sure?
You need to come up with a better fucking name. Yeah, because in 2016, most of these people were in high school.
I feel like they meet at Costco. Like a Little Caesar somewhere.
Yeah, like they their meeting is in the coffin section.
Bring your $5 for pizza. We're meeting at Little C's.
Yeah. So it is a criminal offense in the UK to be a member of an organization which has been described by the country's home office as what is that word? Virulently racist, anti-Semitic, and homophobic. I always had trouble virulently? I don't know. So according to police, the four became members of the neo-Nazi group and met regularly to snare their extreme ideology and attend demonstrations. Well, this is how you properly put a Mexican person in a coffin. We are in Costco, and I have my member's card, and luckily we can stay here until it closes at 7.
Yeah.
So, when the organization, and I'm not calling out Hispanic people, it's an example. So, according to police, when the organization was banned, police noted that the group held secret meetings at Little Caesars.
Really?
That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
To discuss
I was like, for real? They called that shit?
To discuss their ambitions for a race war, recruiting young people to the group, and shared intensely shocking images mocking the Holocaust and glorifying Hitler. So at sentencing on Tuesday, Cutter and Jones were jailed for 3 years and 5.5 years, respectively.
Yeah, and they're labeled terrorists at 25.
Yeah, while Jack received a 4.5 year sentence and Scothern 18 months. So another man, Daniel Ward, 29, pleaded guilty at a previous court hearing and was jailed for 3 years last July. And look at these.
Yeah, you know how they got their names? He fucking snitched.
Do what?
That guy snitched.
The 29-year-old guy?
Yeah, when he got jailed last July. He's like, let me know who they are. And they're like, well, this guy's like 19 and his name's fucking Jack Johnson and fucking Gary.
My name's Gary Jack, and my name is Jack Henry.
This is John.
This is John. Bullshit. This is John Roger, and Jack Henry and Gary Jack.
And when you believe it, we got another one, John.
And Connor Scothern.
John Smith.
My name is John Smith. And I am a racist. And not to be confused with the John Smith who married Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Saved Pocahontas. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. And that dude in the center looks like Dylan Klebold from the Columbine shooting.
Yeah. So
definitely, he's the sketchiest one, and he's the 19-year-old. So Cutter, who entered the Miss Hitler beauty competition. Now, let's be honest. When Hitler's wife, back in the day, was probably ugly as shit. Because the only person...
Ava? She was disgusting.
Because the only her name's Ava?
Ava Braun.
Oh. So, because the only person that's gonna marry a fucking opium addict and mustard gas survivor is fucking god ugly. So, and be okay with genocide. Let's not forget about that. So, she entered the Miss Hitler beauty competition as Miss Buchenwald, a reference to the Nazi death camp. Buchenwald, sorry, denied being a member of the group despite attending rallies where banners reading "Hitler was right" was raised. Let's see. So Judge Paul Farner QC told Cutter that while
his name's fuck too.
Yeah. So, did not hold an organizational or leadership role in the group. She was a trusted confidant of the group's leaders, as well as being in a committed relationship with Jones. So Farner noted...
Jesus Christ, you burped right in my face, and it smells like fucking summer sausage.
Sorry. It smells like Kim Jong-un's intestines. So Judge Farner noted that Jones had a significant role in the continuation of the organization after the ban. The court heard that all 4 had denied membership of the National Action, but had
they fucking go to the meetings and shit, but like, that wasn't us.
But attended a post-ban meeting. It's like arresting your 8-year-old kids. It's like, did you do this, Billy? No, Mom, I didn't do it, I swear.
And the fucking chocolate's all over your face.
Yeah, the chocolate's all over your fucking face. And,
alright, let's end it.
Okay, so let's see. So terrorists and extremists use this kind of ideology to create discord, destruct, and fear amongst communities, and we strive to counter this. I would encourage people to report hate crimes to us, and it will be taken seriously, the chief of police said in his statement. So ahead of sentencing, Director of Public Prosecutions Max Hill QC described National Action members as diehards who hark back to the days of not just anti-Semitism, but the Holocaust, the Third Reich, in Germany. So I guess this group's a little bigger, but they need to change their fucking name because it's stupid as shit.
Yeah.
And
something a little more powerful instead of something that seems like a playground kids made up.
Yeah, I swear that wasn't me.
Yeah,
I wasn't at that meeting.
Right.
I wasn't there, but I just got my new swastika tattoo on the back of my fucking neck. So
that's the episode, everybody. I appreciate everybody listening and appreciate the support. I appreciate everything you do for us, and we'll just keep doing this show for you. We love you guys. Email us, cummcast@gmail.com, if you want us to talk about something. Got any topics to share? But stay classy, fucking stay safe, don't take any shit. Let's end this fucking show. We gotta go.
Alright, love the fuck out of you guys. Thank you so much for listening every week. We'll see you next week. Have a safe and lovely week. Episode 64 in the books. And remember, go check out There You Go with Trent Mabry. And email his podcast at advicebytrent@gmail.com. For any advice that you want given, and go check that out. Download, subscribe to his today, and download, subscribe to this because you love us and we love you.
Yes, we do.
With all my heart, all of my love, all of my love. Milk that pig, but not Hitler. Bye. When life gets hard and life gets you down, and you belong to a Nazi supremacist group, just quit the group and milk that pig.
Shave that fucking mustache.
Yeah, shave that fucking mustache and milk that pig.
Peace.
We out.